Good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are in this beautiful world. More healthy news today. I thought I'd get outside and get a little bit of sun so that my skin can make some vitamin D. And that's what we're talking about today, vitamin D. So yeah, just a couple of notes that we've been putting together and understanding how important vitamin D obviously is with the immune system. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit today. Also, vitamin D promotes the normal bone mineral density. So what it does is it actually allows the small intestines to absorb the calcium from the small intestines, which then deposits it into our bones. So very, very important, especially as we are getting older. Vitamin D is shown in the research to promote healthy arteries, helps maintain bone health, helps maintain bone mass, keeping it nice and strong by supporting normal osteoclast activity, which is what is basically osteoclast is what bone is made up of. Vitamin D also maintains cardiovascular health, promotes elasticity of blood vessels, which is very, very important, and helps maintain normal blood pressure. So vitamin D, now there's two types of vitamin D, D2 and D3. The research says it doesn't matter which one we're actually taking. Now, one of the things also to understand is that vitamin D is made in the skin by the sun. So effectively what happens is when our skin is exposed to sun, we can manufacture our own vitamin D. And the reason why we can do that is because we have vitamin D receptor cells, and through a chain of reactions, starting with the conversion of cholesterol in the skin, which are the good fats or fats in the skin, they produce vitamin D3 when there's exposure to ultraviolet B or UVB from the sun. So another avenue we can get vitamin D is by taking supplements. Here are a couple of examples. Here's some tablets, vitamin D. Here's it in multivitamin. We can also take straight vitamin D. I'll just explain those in a minute, the different forms. Definitely vitamin D is recommended for people with things with digestive issues such as lactose intolerance, allergies. It's also so in other words, when the gut's not working correctly, to be able to absorb calcium and allow vitamin D to be produced. And also anyone with darker skin is also going to be lacking vitamin D or not being able to make it as much out of the sun. So possibly a good idea to supplement as well. And also people who are prevented from going outdoors. So if you can't go outdoors and get sun yourself to make vitamin D, probably a very good idea to actually supplement it. So after vitamin D is absorbed through the skin or acquired from food or supplements, it gets stored in the body's fat cells. Here it remains inactive until it's needed through a process called hydroxylation. The liver and kidneys turn the stored vitamin D into active form for the body's needs. So in case you're wondering, it doesn't matter whether you're getting D2 or D3, and the sunlight generated kind isn't any better than nutritional variety. So if you supplement, it's the same variety, which is good. The body can use supplemented vitamin D perfectly fine. So if we look to a couple of different types, firstly, this is vitamin D3, which is in tablet form, so as you can pick up from any supermarket, chemist, etc. We look at it, and vitamin D levels 1,000 international units. So the number we have 1,000, and that is 25 micrograms. So 1,000 international units. We're generally speaking, vitamin D, we talk about international units, not in micrograms. But anyway, 1,000 international units is 25 micrograms. As an example, here's an example of an isotonic multivitamin. Now this has 1,000 international units in it, or 25 micrograms, so the same equivalent amount that you would actually get in here. Now absorption rates are better in liquids. So an isotonic form is a powder mixed in with water, makes it a liquid, and it is absorbed much better into the bloodstream, much quicker. Whereas in tablets, we do our calculations at around about 25 to 30% of whatever's in the tablet will get into your bloodstream. So of 1,000 milligrams, we're probably talking anywhere from 300 micrograms, from 1,000 microgram tablet, we're probably talking about an absorption rate of 300 international units, which obviously if we're going to get, if we take it in a liquid form, it's going to be much more bioavailable into the system. Here is a straight form of vitamin D, as we also can get. So this is vitamin D with K2. K2 actually helps activate vitamin D and has its own purposes as well. So that's available too in those forms. So it can be taken on its own, or it can be taken, you know, in a multivitamin, etc. Now, the beauty of something like this is this actually has 125 micrograms, which is 5,000 international units. So 5 times that, 5 times what we would normally get into the multi. So this is something, and if we've gone through our immune system protocols, or you've had a look at our immune system protocols before, what we recommend is straight vitamin D if we are actually going through any immune responses. In other words, we have symptoms. So we definitely recommend 1,000 international units for those who are just wanting to keep their vitamin D stores boosted. Obviously, we want to get some sun as well. So continue getting sun. And also, if we are able to supplement, we know we're going to get enough vitamin D, which is very, very important. I'll just stop sharing now. 1 second, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so if we are getting, say, 1,000 international units or 5,000, it's going to be getting enough in our system, so we don't have to get as much sun. But obviously, when we are leading into the winter months, now we're actually in spring here in Australia, so we are starting to get some more sun. So probably easier to get out into the fresh air, get some sunlight, and get some vitamin D in. Definitely recommend supplementing as well. So any comments, just let us know. Any questions, sorry, let us know, and we can direct you with regards to that. Very, very important in the immune system, especially what's going on at the moment with regards to fighting viruses, etc. So that's it for vitamin D today. If you have any questions, just ask us. We'll be happy to help you. Also, don't forget the vitamin C as well. Make sure you're getting some vitamin C. So here we go. Lemon tree has, this is probably 1/3 of the amount of lemons we've actually taken off it. So this is done really well this year. So yeah, keeping the immune system nice and boosted. Okay, so if you want to contact me directly, do so. If you want to contact any of our team, you can do so as well. If you're seeing this on YouTube, please like and subscribe our channel so that you can be notified of any new videos that come up. And hope to see you next time on more healthy news. Look after your health because no one else will. See everyone. Bye.